I have become comfortably numb. G'day, everyone. Uh, Good to see you and all that. Right, so I'm going to go a bit of a rant here, positive rant. Uh, Now, you might notice I was singing about a little bit of Pink Floyd there, going, I have become comfortably numb. Well, firstly, I want to address something that happened with Wikipedia with one of my videos underneath it. Now, I'm not angry at YouTube for this. I debated a little, and I understand wanting to put it there, probably pressured from some other parties. Um, the truth of the matter is that I want to explain one thing I noticed. It says that sovereign citizens don't pay taxes. Now, apparently every person that turned up at the March for Australia rallies are now sovereign citizens. So you might want to pay attention to this now because you're now one of us. If you weren't a freedom fighter before or something like that, you're now, under their definition, a sovereign citizen and you're not going to pay taxes. Well, that's not true. We are going to pay taxes. Okay. But the question is on this is tax. How much tax are you paying? All right. So I'm going to go with a banana here. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy a banana. Right. Now, my money in which I'm actually using has already been taxed for my working for where I work. Then I buy the banana and it's getting a GST tax. So it's two taxes for the banana, right? Now I'm going to use the roads for this one because it's a fine example of how many taxes are involved in something. So my next one is your driver's license, for example. Okay, now there's common driver's license and basic driver's license. Your common driver's licenses are your trucks and heavier vehicles and rigid licenses and so forth. And your basic license is your basic license. I mean, everyone's got one. And there's obviously classes of what type of vehicle you can operate based on how you tested on when you got tested, right? However, you're paying once you pay your license, you pay for it once, and then you keep on paying it for the rest of your life. And out of that is another form of tax and income of money made. So yeah, that is wow, that's saying something. So there is a third tax to the road. Then here's your next one, the car rental. Now there's a commerce on that again for heavy vehicles on roads and basically any vehicle that currently does trade or work on the roads and that. So that is, that one's been there in existence. That's actually a part of the official tax system. But the other one is that we ourselves are being taxed in general for having our vehicles on the road by the regio. The regio system also includes a third party. Now, I do agree with third party because if you end up having an accident and someone does pass away or die or something, the third party stuff does cover it if it's a genuine accident. I mean, if you accidentally crippled someone, that third party is going to come into effect to help. That's where third party comes into it. Okay, so third party does exist for certain reasons. All right. Although I do know some people that have argued and had to fight to actually get something out of that, but that's a different story. Then this is the last part of this system, okay? The local councils also tax you for the roads. And you're thinking, huh? When did they do that? Every time they got a new development project now, and this is in this state and apparently in a few other states as well, they actually charge you for the new roads they're putting in as part of their budget. So then you would think, hang on a second, I've already paid all these taxes for the road, and here's you're paying another fifth one. So you've now got five taxes. You've got the fact you earned your money and you bought the banana, the two taxes that we're very familiar with. Then you got the actual car rego, another tax. And then you have the driver's license, that's another tax. And then you have the local council, which is five taxes for the road. Now, when the sovereign citizens, the way they are addressing saying we don't want to pay taxes, the truth is we don't want to pay the same tax five freaking times. All right. And that is what's occurring here. Now, you're probably saying, oh, but these people need to get paid. Yes. So these people are being paid to process this money all the time. Think about it. You're actually getting people jobs to process money and get money out of that processing of the money to create their jobs. And a big person at the top, a CEO type person, is going to get all that, much more of that money, and walk away with a big paycheck, and possibly a lifetime form of pension. Kind of shocking. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that the government also get their money out of this as well, probably road ministers and all that. So, yeah, there's some interesting. And Department of Planning will have to say, "Oh, yeah, we have to get our dollars out of it too." So there you go. There's an example of a tax overtaxing, and apparently there's other taxes coming into fruition, like this new one from Albanese saying if you have a spare room in your house, he's going to, and you're not using it, you're going to get taxed for it. But you just bought the house and you're going to get taxed for your house even for not doing what he says. So you've got things like that are really stupid are coming out. And I'm like, we got a huge country here. And what's wrong? Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, but half the country is a desert. Yeah, sure. But we're bringing in too many people. I must agree to that. We do need to shut that down. I mean, not completely. We need to cut it back to a sustainable amount, not a ridiculous amount. Okay. Now, that's just some of the things. Now, I'm going to go with Jesus here. Jesus Christ said, Jesus Christ was asked, whose face is on this coin? Oh, no, sorry. Incorrect. He was asked, should the people pay the taxes? And, what you already know, I'm going to say, whose face is on it? His reply was, whose face is on the coin? This coin. Ooh, good coin. Yeah. It's invisible, guys. It must be nuts. It's invisible. Anyway. And they go, Caesar's. That chap there helped invade Israel, and take out, well, it wasn't Israel back then. I think it was actually the Romans that named that area Palestine, believe it or not. The Roman Empire named that area Palestine as an insult to the Jewish people. Right. Nice piece of history. Look that up. It actually predates all the stuff you already know. Anyway, he says, well, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. The coin belonged to Caesar because it's got his head on it. He made the coin. He is the one who projectively made this coin. He's the Rome that created it. And then he also then said, give to God what belongs to God. What belongs to God, you belong to God. Okay? However you name it, however your spiritual form is, however you want to address your highest form of faith. Mine is God in this one. And my point being is he secretly said, give all those coins back to Caesar. Every person should give those coins right back to Caesar. And then what would those coins be worth? They'd all be sitting in Caesar's palace, and no one else would have them. No one else wants them, and no one else would use them, and he would lose that power. But nobody saw that. But it was clearly marked there, okay? Clearly, okay? And everyone else has just gone on with, oh, yeah, he's saying pay taxes, pay this, pay that. You know what? But if you look further in the letters, there's a bit where it's they're saying you should obey your government. All right? No, it's being mistranslated. It's you should obey a just government, a government that is just, not injustice, Gus. A number of laws and rules and so forth that have been passed in Australia lately have also violated Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Exodus on the laws of God. All right? God did not extract these laws. All right? And it's quite interesting, that is. So you got to really look at what's going on. Just wait. That's what the sovereign citizens are looking at, or the people that are being declared sovereign citizens. They are realizing that there are things happening that they don't want as a society. And to justify, and these governments, current government heads who are trying to justify doing all this stuff, are using votes that, well, come from people that all of a sudden got residencies very quickly before the last federal election, which actually got them their seats and their numbers, and empty promises and lies and deceptions. Okay? And that can be backed quite easily, because the number of people that were out in those rallies on the 31st of August pretty much demonstrated that we are not behind the current policies. They're very bad. And that's what these people I was filming the other day were talking about. The people don't want these policies. They don't want this ridiculousness. This is their doing. They're creating taxes for no reason. They're bleeding the country, and they're taking your every last cent. All right? Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, no, it's the immigrants. It's not just the immigrants. It's a lot of bad planning, a lot of bad situations. And their very formula of what they're trying to do right now will remove such capabilities of me talking on the camera to an audience, with digital ID restrictions coming soon. So your big question is, are you ready? My hat's off to Pauline Hanson. Good on you for standing up for Australian flags. Palestine ralliers, this is a message for you in this video. Please stop burning our flags. Okay? It's just going to aggravate the situation more. We've made ourselves very clear about the flag burning. Don't do it. All right? I don't think you'd like it if we did it, so don't. All right? Simple as that. This is for the upper Senate of Labour and the Greens, which I, funny enough, used to be a part of that party, so I understand protecting the flag very well. Blow it out your ass if you ever try something like that again, because there's no way in bloody hell I will ever vote for you people ever again. If there was a choice of 100 freaking people on a ballot paper, you would be 199, depending on which one I flip a coin of adding the last. And when you go to vote, Australia, at the next coming elections, assuming we can make it that far without being completely bankrupt, remember the following. All the current big parties, majorly the Greens and Labour right now, have hurt your country. And that is what people are fighting against. We're not anti-government. We're just sick and tired of ones that are hurting the people. Homelessness is up. Power bills are up. Gas bills are up. Water corporation bills are up. Everything is up. Council rates are up. Car registrations are up. License fees are up. Fines for anything you slightly do wrong is up. So, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, this guy's insane, or this guy's got something to say, look, you're sitting there and you just switch on to the next video after this, then you have become comfortably numb. And I'm just going to clear this up. Pink Floyd said that. But if you're a real smart Aussie, you don't need no education. Use your brain. The only way to fucking beat this is to Blemowell get out there and say no. Come to the rally that is on the 13th at Supreme Court Gardens in Perth. It starts at 12 o'clock. A bunch of people standing up for freedom. I hope to see you there. Assuming I have the time off work, I will be there. If I'm not, there will be plenty of other medias there, such as Max Freedom and Courage is the Cure, 8 News, Scorpion Media, and the Light newspaper. That's another good one to get. Another one is the Corruption Whistleblower. I think I have a copy of that, actually. Recently acquired. Where is it? Yes. Corruption Whistleblower, another great piece, another great paper. Get that one. All this kind of stuff is trying to produce information that's trying to direct you to what's really going on. So I do recommend you get them. And thank you for watching.